Hi. If you've seen either of my Friday videos over the past couple of weeks, then you already know that my husband was in the hospital for 2.5 weeks and he came home last week. It's been challenging, but the good news is he's been improving. He's been making progress, which is wonderful. So praise God for that. But when this all first started in the beginning, when he was at the first hospital and then had to be transferred to a higher acuity hospital, he was moved to a hospital that I hadn't been to in over 20 years. So I did not remember how to get there. So my first time going, I did what we always do when we don't know where we're going. I used GPS. And I kind of skipped ahead to see, have an idea of where it was taking me. And I noticed that it wasn't keeping me on the freeway most of the time, which I had expected. It was actually taking me off the freeway much sooner and was having me zigzag on these surface streets to get to the hospital. And I thought, well, it says it's faster. Okay, cool, we'll give it a try. So I did, worked beautifully, got to the hospital, no problem. And then when it was time to leave, I thought, let's see if I can find my way back to the freeway without using GPS. And let's go back the way that I came. Not always the best idea. Usually I'm pretty good with cardinal directions, but there was a lot of turns, first of all, a lot of turns. And second, some of them were very unusual. As in, like, the road I was on was kind of like a freeway overpass, taking you over certain roads, and then there's like these off ramps, and some people had the right of way and other people didn't, and you had to yield, and it was very confusing and unusual. Not all your typical just right turn, left turn type of a situation. I honestly had no idea how I was going to figure out my way back navigating through that, but I thought, let's give it a try anyway. I like a challenge. So I did, and I was like, let's head this way. I know I need to kind of go this way. And I headed kind of that way. And then I was like, wait, no, that's not enough. So I need to shift it this way. So I started going another direction. And then I'm like, no, these street numbers should be getting bigger, not smaller. So I had to turn around and I'm going this way. I'm like, this feels better. This feels more right. And then I see this turn that was kind of like a freeway off ramp. And I thought, let's try that. So I took the turn. I thought, this feels like it could be heading the right way. And then I'm like, oh no, this doesn't feel right at all. And it had me merging onto this major road, kind of like you're merging onto a freeway. And I was like, where am I? I am so lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull my phone out and turn on my GPS. But then all of a sudden, on my right-hand side, I saw this Catholic high school, the exact same high school that I have passed on my left when I was headed to the hospital. And I went, oh, I know where I am. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And from there I figured it out and I got back to the freeway and it was great. But what really struck me about that was how often in life do we feel like we're totally lost, that we don't know what we're doing, we feel clueless, but then we later figure out, I wasn't as lost as I thought I was at the time. That was actually where I needed to be. I was where I needed to be. But we don't know it until after the fact. So if you're feeling a little bit lost, maybe a lot lost, maybe in a small area of your life, maybe a big area, maybe it's your whole life you're feeling lost, that's okay too. But if you're feeling lost, maybe you're not lost. Maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's a part of your journey and we're moving forward and we're making progress, and sometimes we have to course correct and turn around and go back the other way and go, this doesn't feel quite right. I need to sort of try this instead. Oh, I think this is good. Let's go this way and kind of figure things out. But in reality, all along, you are on the right path. You are where you're supposed to be in order to get to where you need to go. So just keep that in mind if that's how you're feeling right now, or if you start to feel that way in the future. Maybe you're not actually lost. I think that God has a plan for all of us, and that even when we are clueless, He always knows. So have faith, trust, and keep pushing forward, and just see what amazing things are going to happen. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time.